Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. Honestly, up until like 10 minutes ago, I was not sure if I was going to film today because I have just been so incredibly sleepy. I'm gonna say that that's very out of character and so unusual for me. I literally went to sleep like an hour later than I normally do, so that actually kind of makes sense. Went to yoga this morning, came back, had my breakfast bowl, and then promptly took a nap. I just feel like my brain is a little bit soggy, a little bit muddled, and I really don't have a game plan for today, but I wanted to still vlog because I love y'all and I do have things to do today that I kind of wanted to share with you. Nothing like super major or super crazy, but things that I've definitely been talking about. So biggest one, or like the thing that I think I will feel good about if it's the one thing that I accomplish, is taking pictures. I always mean to do this. I think that it's something that bothers me every time I like switch between my vlog channel and my main channel. I don't like my profile picture on either account, and I have just never taken the time to take some like nice, happy looking pictures of myself for either channel. So today I want to do that. I want to just like take a little bit of time, go outside with Hayden and take some pictures. So I'm putting on makeup right now for that exact purpose. Pepper's back there grooming himself. We actually took a nap together. It was quite delightful. He likes to nestle himself between the pillows, and he was right next to me. It was actually very sweet. So I'm going to be taking some pictures. Other things I would really like to get done. Really like to read, well, not really like to read, but really need to read The Alice Network before it returns back to the library. I have decided to do this like historical fiction video next Sunday, actually. Today is Saturday and I'm doing it for next Sunday, but I have to get it to the sponsor for Monday. At least that's what they've been requesting. I have to do it because it's an obligation that I've set for myself. I will say that is the one thing I'm really looking forward to about slowing down my schedule. I talked about this in the last video, but if you missed it, I'm slowing down my schedule on my main channel and spending more time here. The cool thing about doing that is that I have, I want to say less opportunity to do sponsored posts, but kind of like obviously I need to do sponsored posts because that's a decent portion of my like monthly income and I need that to be able to like justify doing YouTube as a job. But loved the amount of like sponsors I've had lately. I don't know, it gives me less freedom in terms of how often I'm working and or like when I can post a video, if that makes sense. Like I would rather work up until a video is done than have to finish it a week in advance. That's just the kind of girl I am. Love the procrastination. So I am looking forward to only posting on Sundays on the main channel and only doing sponsorships on Sundays going forward. So that is one unintended benefit, and it actually worked out pretty perfectly. I had contacted my manager like a couple of days ago about this and she was happy to accommodate it, which I really appreciate. Thankfully I didn't have like so many sponsors in August where it would be an issue. Anyway, all that to say, I need to finish the video that I'm working on tomorrow, and so that means I need to listen to the Alice Network today and Homegoing tomorrow. Yesterday I watched one of the first movies that I'm watching for that video as well. I watched Gladiator, and I have to say I think that also kind of put me in sort of like a weird mood. Obviously not the fault of the movie. It was actually really well done. I'd never seen it before. I didn't really know what it was about, and frankly I don't really know that much about Roman history or like that time period at all, so it's kind of nice but also deeply depressing. Like so many people die and it's like very brutal and gory. I feel like I didn't sleep as well because I watched that last night. Today I need to watch a movie. I was like planning on watching Titanic today. I think actually I might do that tomorrow, but I have no idea what historical type movie I will watch. Honestly, I think this is just a good case for just never doing historical anything because all of it has been kind of depressing. Between the book about the Vietnam War, Gladiator, I'm sure the Alice Network, which is about World War II, is probably not going to be very upbeat either. Anyway, unexciting. We don't care about the logistics right now. Have not used this in a second. I have to say, every time I come back to this, it really is a great sunscreen for under makeup. Kind of toggled between this and the Beauty of Joseon sunscreen. I feel like I like that other one for day to day and I like kind of the dewiness, but for pictures, I just feel like this fills in the pores really nicely. So I always like having that one on deck. There are kind of potentially silly slash fun things I would like to do if I can get around to it is make that dessert that I keep talking about. I really want to try some of the new protein powders I got from PE Science and also mix them with Greek yogurt, which sounds kind of cursed, but I feel like I see people do this all the time, like as a variation of fluffy yogurt on TikTok. Got a couple of different varieties of yogurt. Target, I gave y'all a Target haul, but I didn't show you the yogurts I got. So I want to try a couple of different yogurts mixed with a protein powder. I had initially thought of like maybe getting them all out and trying them. And then I was like, that's a little wasteful because I'm like not gonna eat 4 yogurts at one time, you know, and taste testing. We're going to go one at a time. We're going to try one today. And if it's gross, we'll try again tomorrow. So a parfait. I don't actually know how that's going to work though if I don't have fruit. I guess we'll just go fruitless today, but with some Oreos. And hopefully that'll be sufficiently tasty. It's crazy like how slow my brain is operating today. Sorry if like my thoughts have not been finished in this first clip, but yeah, I am EP from the late movie night and then that nap that I just woke up from, but actually probably take y'all with me for the pictures, you know, for anything else we do. I don't think we have anything to eat for dinner, so we're probably gonna go get some dinner as well. No, we had Chipotle yesterday, but we're gonna have to eat something else tonight. And then Hayden can like hang out with us as well. So Oh god. One other thing, like not really that important to this, but I have been telling y'all pretty much everything. We've been letting Teddy in our bedroom every morning, just Teddy, which has been really nice. Again, that like sweet one-on-one time. But I was like, okay, Pigeon is screaming. He really wants to come in here. Like, let's let him in. He hops up on the bed. His butt was muddy. Let's just put it that way. And we had to give him like an emergency bath before my yoga class. It's always unfun to have to wash a cat. It's especially unfun when it is your most squirmy and strong cat. Oh my god. You know, it's been an interesting day. I just think the vibes today are a little off, but I'm pushing through. Even though I had to do that kind of to start my day, and you know, my brain's not totally functioning, but hopefully with some time I will be a little bit more 100% functional. So I'm gonna go finish my makeup, maybe spend a little bit more time on it so I look a little better than usual, maybe, and then I'm gonna go do my hair. But I will be back with y'all in a little bit. Hello friends. All right, obviously I am revived, eating chicken nuggets.
Nugget was like kind of half soggy, like it got in that Sprite puddle.
They handed us a bag. Okay, that's like actually worse somehow. They handed us a bag and it had a wet, soggy bottom, and I don't like that. I'm getting that from a fast food establishment.
It was wet with liquid, not like there had been like
with
food
grease
stuff
or
sitting
anything.
in it.
No. Sure, it was Sprite because now my hand's kind of sticky and my fingers feel webbed.
Would you like some Purell?
Oh, I'd love some. Honestly, do you ever just think about like how different the Oregon Trail would have been
If they had Purell.
It's honestly so great though that like my brain's working again, because that intro clip, y'all, was rough. My apologies. We did take some rather spicy pictures, and by that I mean there's not actually any spice. You're just gonna see a lot of my fiance gums. Honestly, I think we should rename those like married lady gums, because that's what I am, and I think that's what a lot of, you know, people who have fiancés eventually turn into. It's married lady. I have multiple different outfit changes, so I did that. I took a picture in the merch too, so it should be live by the time you're seeing this, so you can go and purchase you a work in progress shirt if you want to.
It's happening.
I kind of want to get it in the lavender color. I'm offering this in like a shitload of colors. I don't normally offer stuff in a lot of colors because I normally do stuff with black text. Black text doesn't show up great on multiple different colors, but I did white for this one. I don't know. I'm just turning a new leaf when it comes to colors, so there's so many different fun colors offered. I would say though, if you're going to buy and you haven't purchased a Comfort Colors t-shirt before, I would look up the color name in Google just to make sure it's a color that you like, because I feel like often whenever you get like digital images of t-shirts, they don't do justice to the Comfort Colors colors. Sometimes they're completely different than what they're pictured on websites, so I would just confirm that. Like this looked different on the website. I think this is spruce, I think blue spruce. Yeah, blue spruce. It's a green fucking t-shirt. So my hair is looking much better than the last time we talked. I did curl it, I did put some spray in it. I still have not toned it or like used the shampoo that I got a while ago. One of y'all said to use like a blue color depositing shampoo or whatever. My hairstylist said don't do that and instead use just like a regular color depositing shampoo that will counteract these tones. And I have it, I just don't use it, mostly because I'm scared that it's gonna like stain my new bathtub, and I don't really want to like go take a bath or shower upstairs. So anyway, I'm going in a couple of weeks anyway to like get toner for my hair. Have I been productive in any other way since we last spoke? No.
Well, you're gonna go home to get toner too.
Tony. They call Binker Tony, and I say me. Well, you call him Tony. We both call him Tony.
I call him Tony now, yeah. That's for sure.
Tony and Joni. Joni. I'm reading the Alice Network, and it's not good. Wish I wasn't. And I was like, okay, maybe I'll DNF this. But not only am I reading it for a vlog that I'm working on right now, I also need to have read this book for a list video that I'm doing later in the year. So it's like, fuck, I kind of just need to read it. She's not very good. Two main characters are giving very much hot mess, which is kind of relatable. But we open up the story in like 1947, and there's this chick going to London. Her parents are like sending her to Europe to get an abortion. It's because she's like unwed, you know. She's apparently been like sleeping around, and I think she might have a drinking problem. Hasn't been confirmed, but I have seen that in people's reviews. And then there's another character who she ends up seeking out. Our first main character seeks out the other one because apparently she has some sort of knowledge about what happened to her cousin. She's like, my cousin might be dead. She went missing during World War II. Do you know what happened to her, girly? And this person's older than her, I should say. And this person's definitely an alcoholic. So everybody just makes really great decisions, and it just sounds like really uplifting and awesome, and I'm just loving it so far. I'm not very far into it, and I'm like kind of dreading getting far into it. I love that for me.
You said her drinking problem is unconfirmed, but you've seen it in reviews.
Yeah.
What if?
Well, that actually wouldn't really make a lot of sense if she's pregnant.
What if she doesn't have a drinking problem and just everyone else that is given a review is doing the same thing that you just did in this review, where like there was one person way at the very beginning of the chain that said she has a drinking problem, and then halfway
we're
through
just passing
every
on,
person
playing
just
telephone.
keeps,
Gotcha. Yeah. I mean, that could be definitely a thing. I am excited to go home and try a little protein yogurt. I want to try one of my new protein powders mixed into one of the yogurts I got. I'm doing a bunch of different experiments. That's why I bought different yogurts to see like what's gonna pair best with the cake pop flavor of the snickerdoodle.
Yeah. You should do that with cottage cheese.
Here's the thing about cottage cheese. Have we had a heart to heart about this? Since this is the nonsense vlog, I don't understand
What do
it.
you mean this is the nonsense vlog?
I don't understand it as an ingredient, frankly. Like, we used it mixed into a pasta sauce once, which I thought was okay. Every other time I've had it, I have not enjoyed it.
I don't like it as an ingredient. I just like it as itself. Not like just plain. Like, I'll put stuff in it.
I know.
But I'm saying, like, I don't want cottage cheese in my pasta. I don't want cottage cheese in places where it does not belong.
It's a good ricotta substitute.
It's a good, like, base for me, you know? Like, if I wanted some
know.
cottage cheese with, like, a little bit of something in it. And also,
I don't like it mixed with eggs either. I think it's gross.
specifically the Good Culture one. Is that what it's called?
Yeah, everybody likes that one. I mean, that's why I purchased it in the first place, to try it. But any other way I've tried it besides the pasta sauce, and I wouldn't even say the pasta sauce was like amazing. It was just like fine. I have not enjoyed it, which sucks because it is high protein, but it's not for me. What I kind of want to do is watch a television program, something uplifting and sexy. What that would be, I don't know. I've been having a hard time finding TV shows lately. I tried to watch The Good Girl's Guide to Murder on Netflix, and it's okay. Like, I watched half the first episode, but I haven't felt compelled to continue on.
Even, like, trying to find something new?
I don't want to be that bitch that only rewatches stuff, but it's like, where's the fun?
Well, what out of your, like, your normal repertoire would fall into the category of, what did you say, uplifting and sexy? What would that be for you?
Okay, well, nothing's really that uplifting.
Okay, cool.
How about,
That's what I was
I think
curious
more
about.
like lighthearted is really what I want. Like,
Yeah, still,
not too serious.
what out of your classics would fall in there?
Like Gilmore Girls.
That's not light.
It's very late to me. I mean, well, like,
Pretty much every episode is like, has some deep, like, family trauma.
yeah, but that's normal.
But I wouldn't say it's like lighthearted, you know?
No, it's fine. I like that one. I'm holding off on Gilmore Girls though until the fall time. Can I state for the record, and I don't know if I've already said this because I've been thinking it a lot lately. I'm ready for the fall temperatures. I'm not ready for the fall vibes. I don't know what it is because I'm a fall.
That's like insane.
I'm a fall ass bitch. But I think it's honestly all the influencers online who are like going so hard with the pumpkins and the Halloween decor ideas.
Already?
It's been like a month. They started in July after 4th of July.
Why?
Make money, I guess. And that's the thing, like, I am all about people getting their bag and like getting their money. I'm not mad at that. I just like, I think it's turning me off to the idea of fall a little bit. And I've never been that person. I used to be like, shut up, like, I love Christmas, and I still do. I'm still gonna decorate in November, but I'm just not quite there yet.
This is how I feel about it, and I know maybe I'm in the minority here, but like, I think that there are some times of the year
Don't need a season.
yeah, that aren't like seasonal, and I
Yeah.
think August is one of those times. I say that as like an August birthday.
Yeah, his birthday's next week.
And I'm not saying that because I'm like, oh, I don't want it to detract from it. It never does. I think because most people are, not to be mean, but like normal and like aren't going full Halloween style or Thanksgiving decoration in August.
Yeah.
I think if you're always decorated for like a season or a holiday, you don't get any of the time side of that to
I was
really
going to say
appreciate being
yes.
decorated
I was
for a
going to
holiday
say
or season.
that. I don't mean to pathologize because I really believe that some people are just trying to get their coin and their bag. Like, there's one girl in specific I'm thinking of, Macy Blackwell on Instagram. She has amazing decor like ideas, and I just love her aesthetic. Good for her. And I think Halloween is like her absolute favorite holiday. So like, I just think for me in the past, anytime I've like decorated super, super early for like Halloween or Christmas, it's because I don't have any other joy in my life. I'll be honest. Like, I'm just like not very happy, and like decorating brings me joy. Like getting things out and like rearranging things, like I like that. And I think probably because I'm happy, I'm just like, I'm good with where I'm at right now. Like, I don't need to like rush into.
You're saying like normally when you do it early, it's because you're like, okay, it's time to like make a change and like maybe this will fix things.
Well, not fix things. Like, I'm not expecting Halloween decor to like fix my mental
No,
health.
I know,
does
but
make
like
me happier.
maybe part of the kickstart that you need is like some kind of change in your environment. You
That's
know,
true.
you're
That's
like,
true. Yeah.
you're like, it's harder for me to start to make a change if I'm just basically living
Yeah.
in the same
Environment.
environment.
And I mean, I love home decor projects for that reason, but I think as I like dig a little deeper and like try to do work on my mental health in addition to working on my physical health, I do realize like, okay, if I'm like getting way too into the weeds with like DIY projects, trying to do them back to back to back, like there's probably something there that I need to like scale back on. And I think it also comes down to this idea too that I see often with like clothing in specific. I think this is more relatable to like clothing. We get in this like mindset of dream self or our like different reality self, like, oh, I really want to like buy a bunch of workout gear because I want want to be a fit person. But it's like, unless you're already working out, is that really a smart thing to do? That's probably a better example than other things I'm thinking of, like, you know, buying a bunch of like tailored workwear pieces, even though you work from home and like don't really go anywhere. I'm not saying you shouldn't wear those pieces at home, but like, let's be realistic about where we're at, you know? It's okay to accept yourself where you're at. Buying things isn't going to change who you are fundamentally, unfortunately. Like, it'd be really cool if that were the case. And I could have saved myself a lot of money, to be honest, in the past, buying things that were trying to like fix something inside of me. Don't get me wrong, I'm still guilty of doing that, but I think at this point my purchases have been more aligned with like who I actually am. I'm buying a lot of workout clothes because I am working out a lot. I'm not buying a bunch of makeup or like fancy clothes because I just don't have use for those, and that doesn't really actually suit my identity or my personality, even if, like, you know, those are things that I would like to be. And I guess that also comes back to the like Halloween and fall decor and Christmas stuff. It's like, sometimes it's okay to just like be happy where you're at and like not have to rush towards the next big thing, because especially like after a couple of years of living in our house, decorating every year, it's not that I don't enjoy it every year, but I think the novelty has worn off a little bit, and I'm kind of at the point where I'm like, yeah, I don't need to be like so early every year. Like, it's not a necessity. It's not actually changing my happiness levels. So got really deep all of a sudden for no reason, as I do over here on this channel. But, you know, I think it's important to reflect on stuff, especially when it comes to buying behaviors. I definitely have not been great in the past. I'm trying to work on that. I'll go back and forth, honestly. Some weeks I'm like, oh, I haven't bought shit, I'm so good. And then other times, ooh, such is life.
Such is life.
But I haven't been buying like big ticket things, I feel like, and I'm proud of that.
You know, maybe this isn't a question to ask on camera, but what constitutes big ticket for you? Like, is there a dollar boundary, like a amount for the thing?
That's a good
kind
question.
of.
I think that's a good question, and I will answer it on camera because I don't mind. For me, I think it's a combination. Part of it's dollar amount, and part of it is like utility almost. Like, if it's something that's,
Well, that's what I mean. Yeah.
like, for instance, we bought that toaster oven, and I deliberated on that shit for so long because I was like, this is expensive. Like, we've never had one before too. It's not like we were replacing something that we already knew we liked. So I was like, is this gonna get any use? Is this stupid? It's gotten so much use. We love it. It's great. So that obviously was a good purchase. But like, especially when it comes to things that don't have utility, like jewelry, like a really nice perfume, because we like expensive perfumes, or just things like that. I would say perfume would be like something that I wouldn't hesitate as much on, just because like a lot of the time, like, if I buy something, I don't want to say I have the expectation that you'll also use it, but like the one that I bought most recently, I was like, I think Hayden's gonna like this.
Oh yeah, I've
so like,
the shit out
and
of
he
them.
does.
I like
He
that
loves
one a
it.
lot.
I think for me, it's more like the big ticket, and honestly, I
Like
guess
the useless purchases
well, and
that
it's
like
not
don't
even
mean anything.
it's not even useless too, because I was just thinking about it because we took some pictures today. I'll show you. Not the pictures, but lenses and like camera equipment and stuff like that.
No, but I wouldn't say that that's
It's not.
useless
No, it's
at
not.
all.
It's not useless. But I look back at some of these purchases and I don't regret it because I use all of it. But I don't use all of it every single day or even weekly. And sometimes I'm like, God, like, it's just crazy to me that I spent that amount of money on that thing. And it wasn't a struggle at the time, you know, because I had a full-time job and like whatever. I don't regret it. But now I don't make purchases like that because one, my financial situation's different, but also just like I try to be a little bit more specific. Because when I bought this, I was in my head thinking like, okay, this is going to kickstart my photography career and I can use it for my channel and all of these things. And now I'm just a lot more like reasonable with myself. Like, it's not bad to have goals and like dreams and like want to pursue things. And if you can afford your hobbies, like, that's cool too. But I think I try to rein that back a little bit. Like, is this actually something that's going to like move the needle for me? That being said, speaking of lenses, whenever Canon comes out with the lens that I'm like dying for, I will be buying that because I know I'm going to use it and it will be useful in my life rather than just something that's like shiny and like, it could be good.
Curious to see how I feel about my keyboard when it gets here.
Yeah, Hayden bought a new keyboard, which he spent so much money on. I think we talked about this.
I wanted a keyboard for work because I really hate laptop keyboards and I do like a lot of typing.
Motherfucker loves to click clack.
Yes, but I also like my keyboard at home is like kind of big. It's like kind of heavy. I don't really like carrying it back and forth to work.
Not going to be big and heavy.
It's definitely smaller. I mean, it's a different like keyboard layout. It's a smaller keyboard on purpose. This one's probably going to be like weighty, but probably not as much. But either way, that's the point. Is like I can like leave it at work, have a full desk set up, not have to like unplug it from my computer and take it to work and then plug it in and unplug it and bring it back.
Someone to make like true like girly pop keyboards, because I know that like I've seen aesthetic desk setups from women, but like I'm never that into the keyboards they have.
I should send you some pictures of the keyboard that one of my friends at work has. Like, it reminds me of one of the previous keyboards that you had, but like an actual like nice version of it.
I do actually really like my keyboard though. I know like you don't like it, but like I like it.
Or maybe it reminds me of the keyboard that you have now, but a nice version of it. Yeah, it's like
brown
it's
and
like
cream.
tones,
That's what I could
like...
find is what I'm saying. Like, I like it, but I don't know if I would have picked that color way, like if I could find like other cool colors. But like most websites that like you've shown me are other
haven't
custom
shown you
keyboards.
anything.
You showed me the website you bought your keyboard on. I like my keyboard. I'll link it actually. It's nice. I think it's got a nice way to it. Hayden's probably like, it's fucking gross, but I like it.
No, I just don't like the way that it sounds and feels.
I like the way it sounds with my little like dip nails. Speaking of which, these look like shit. I did a bad job and they're like peeling up. I mean, granted, I was gonna redo them soon anyway, but like, let me get you in there. I don't know, like around the cuticle line, especially now that they've grown out, you can just tell that I did a poor job on them. So, no, that's on me at the end of the day.
That is on you. That's for sure.
I think I'm gonna do, if I want to do red or baby pink, because this is like nude and I kind of want to do baby pink, but I'm just a red girl at heart. I'm glad that we got this yap in because I don't know what the fuck else I'm filming.
Yes, it's like a half-hour clip.
It's been 20 minutes.
All right. 20 minutes is a fucking long time.
Yeah, maybe for you who doesn't yap like I do. I mean, just kidding. Hayden talks way more than I do.
That's not true. That is
It is.
actually not true.
It's patently true.
It used to be true.
No, but
not
listen,
true anymore.
like maybe in conversations I talk more to you. I also don't talk to people throughout the day unless I'm audio messaging people. You are me to your work people, to your friends. So he talks more than I do, for the record.
Got the hiccups, like right then. So
I guess that's our sign. I will talk to y'all at home. I don't know what the fuck else I'm doing tonight, but I'll keep you posted. Oh, yogurt. It is nighttime, obviously. And I thought we could attempt to make this yogurt thing. I don't know. I feel like I always see people put protein powder in yogurt and it sounds kind of fucking gross, but this protein powder is supposed to be really good. I don't really know how else I would utilize this because I'm not really like a shakes kind of person. We're gonna do it. We're gonna try it. I also saw someone put like sprinkles in there to make it look like actual cake batter. So today's victim is Faye 0%. This I think has the potential to be the most disgusting because this is just plain Greek yogurt. I also got some flavored varieties amongst other things. Why does it look like that? That's funky. Okay, I just like need to stir it up. I hate the like film that forms or like the whey separating. Is that what it is? Greek yogurt is so funky to me. My boys are always very intrigued whenever I try to make anything. I don't have fruit. This isn't gonna be like exactly how I would do it. Wow, that's a strong smell. I'm only gonna do half a scoop of this, I think. I don't know what size I thought the scoop would be, but I didn't think it would be like the entire, okay. I'm kind of rethinking this. I'm sort of rethinking this. How much is half a scoop? Okay, a scoop is 31 grams. Let me do half a scoop and let's see. This is gonna be so gross. I can just feel it in my bones, y'all. But you know what? We're doing it together. So that makes it better. Wait. Think smarter, huh? It actually smells like cake batter. I don't know. Okay, I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued. I don't know how the fuck I'm gonna mix this up though. Sort of a textural nightmare. It smells kind of interesting, I won't lie. Texturally kind of a nightmare, and I feel like it's gonna be gritty, and I'm scared. I'm genuinely scared. These boys need to go. Do I try it with or without? Okay, I'm gonna try it without Oreos first, and then I'm gonna try it with Oreos. Okay. So many thoughts. How do I articulate them? I think with a different yogurt, I think this could be good. The protein powder really does taste like cake batter. I mean, it's supposed to be cake pop, whatever. My problem is that the yogurt is way too sour, like way too sour. So like the first like, you know, taste on your tongue is cake and you're like, oh cool. And then you're like sour chemical taste. It's like something about like artificial sweetener in this mixing with the sourness of the Greek yogurt. It's like, okay. And you're like, oh no. No, that being said, this is good. And I want to see how this performs with like other things, like other yogurts. Okay, I said I wasn't going to do this. I actually kind of want to try it with the vanilla oikos. That one's already like 20 grams of protein though, so it feels fucking crazy to put like, but I might do it. I might do a sprinkle of it, okay? Please hold. This seems more promising because one, this is already vanilla flavored. Two, whatever sweetener they use, the oikos 000, really works for me. Now this is technically oikos Pro, which has more protein than typical 000, but I've had this before, not the vanilla flavor, but like I've had it. So I just did a spoonful instead of a full half scoop. Let me see if like this is tenable, like if this is something that we could potentially make work with a different yogurt, or if this is just like something that I need to give up on. I don't know how in the fuck people do this, because I see people mixing Faye specifically with protein powder, and I'm just gobsmacked, to be honest. After that flavor, don't think it's gonna be bad. Definitely better. Okay, I can get behind that. I could actually get behind that. It's not great, like it's not perfect actually. I do a little bit more just because like I don't feel like the flavor is coming through that much. So like Oh shit, I didn't mean to put that much. Probably a full half scoop at that point. All right, let's see. I wonder if the gross factor increases as the protein powder does, or if it's really all down to like the yogurt. This yogurt is like, that's so much protein. Okay, so like half a scoop is 12 grams of protein. And there's already 20 grams of protein in the yogurt. I wasn't really expecting to get 32 grams of protein today for my yogurt, but I guess that's what we're going with. Let's see. With the full half scoop, what are we tasting like? They never let me live. They just never have ever let me live in their lives. I think this is supposed to be resealable, but it's just not. It's not giving resealable. It's respectable. It certainly is. Okay, I'm gonna put some Oreos on top and let's see how that dresses her up, okay? Fun fact, I don't really care for Oreo cream, so I get Oreo thins. I use like 2 of them and crush them up for topping for yogurt. Let's see how she fares. All right, listen, if you are protein deficient and you just really need to like up your protein, it actually kind of works if you don't think too much about it. Okay, again, this is the Oikos 20 grams of protein vanilla. I think because it was already flavored and probably chock full of artificial sweetener, it tastes pretty good. It tastes pretty good. The Oreos bring it up there, bring it up to the next level. And I think if you paired fruit with this to add just like a little bit of a different sort of flavor, a little bit of acidity, it would be good. Which sounds kind of counterintuitive because I was saying that like yogurt tends to be really sour, which is true, but because you're adding the like cake pop or like whey protein in there, it just adds like a really like, I would say earthiness. If you've ever had protein powder, you know what I mean. It's just this sort of like one note sort of flavor. I feel like paired with a really sweet Greek yogurt, it's good, but it needs just a little bit of something else. Like I think fruit would help. If I'm being really honest with myself, I think it would taste just as good without the protein powder, probably better. And it's already 20 grams of protein. So it's like, you know, what am I doing here? What are we doing here? Do I really need extra protein? For this yogurt in particular, no. Was I even hungry for dessert today? Not really. This has, however, been a fun experiment. Thank you for joining me for it. I think this is where I'm going to end the vlog, though. I don't like these 3-clip vlogs, but I'm trying to get this historical fiction video done. I am all yours next week, baby. Got so much time on our hands because, again, the video I'm working on isn't even going live this week. It's going live next week. So much time to, like, do fun activities and, like, do fun B-roll. Next week, I really want to focus on cleaning, that sort of thing. I don't think I'm vlogging tomorrow, which is fine because I haven't posted today. So anyway, you won't see any more gaps, I think, in future. Thanks so much for watching this. I love you so much, and I'll see you in the next one.